Hey guys, I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Hi, Bianca. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to try to find my prices. I tried putting it on my notes, but it does not let you copy from your notes. I think I have it on Pink Skies. Let's find out. Give me just a minute to post this. My hair. Okay, I did it. It's fading pretty quickly. There we go. I'm doing that one today. Because I've been doing way too many like regular or people that are just coming on, which like before saying hi, they just say, "Can I get my free questions?" So I'm just gonna use that one because I need to update and add all the little I need to take a picture of this actually so I know how to write mine, send it to Michelle, and then I will have it. I got it off of Krista's, but I need to reach out to her. She has not been online in a long time. She has a lot of things going on, so I hope she's okay. Okay. Marissa is the only one I know for sure. All right. I had to turn the fan off, so it's kind of hot in here. Yeah, you can kind of tell. It's a pretty grainy picture, but yeah, you can kind of tell. My when I got my mammogram done, she was like, "Oh my God, you have pink hair. Pink is for breast cancer." She's like, "You're my type of girl." It was cute. It was really easy. It did not hurt at all. Wasn't even uncomfortable. So I'm glad I got it done. Hey, Bianca, you might know if you're still watching. Is that song my daughter used to sing it to me all the time. Something something defying gravity. It is that from Wicked? Yes, it is from Wicked. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to watch the movie with her. I keep getting excited every time I see it with Ariana Grande, and I don't understand. Like, I guess in Wicked, they get along, the witch and the. I don't know. I've never seen it. I know it's a play and all of that, but it looks so good. And she knew every word to every single song, and she was. I don't know when that was when it came out, all those songs, but I remember her singing that Defying Gravity song. Yeah, Monday's fine. If I do anything, it'll just be like grocery shopping. So other than that, I'll be open. I'm texting you real quick. I'm like trying to figure out which word I'm trying to say, and it can't. It's like not coming to me. Maybe you'll think of the word I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah, we were gonna pay rent on that day, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have it on that day. I just texted my mom earlier saying, yeah, we'll probably have to do that on Wednesday. I mean, if I do have it, then I would go on Monday, but we go early anyways, so I'd have most of the entire day free. And the day that I do go pay rent, I do not get online. So yeah, we'll definitely work out a time. Bianca, think of a question. It's on me. Let's do, if you have a question, and I will be very nice. Um, it's on me to start out tonight. I'm waiting on Marissa, so uh, if you have a question, let's do it. I'm not upset at all. Neither one of us are upset. I'm not upset at all. You can ask about whoever you want to ask about, and I'll just be more intentional with the words I use, a little bit more sensitive because I'm very sensitive. You wouldn't think so, right? Because I act like I'm all tough, but I'm very sensitive, so I can understand the situation. I get it. I really do. After what you've said to me, and we talked and we're good now, okay? Okay, so your question is what? Oh my God! Give me 1 second. I forgot to do my prayer real quick. It takes 30 seconds. This way, the psychic visions and everything will come. Give me 30 seconds to do my prayer, sage, and pray. Can't believe I forgot. Okay. Oh my God, I almost tripped. I almost tripped. I literally almost tripped over my phone cord and just ate shit. Oh my God. Okay, so this is what I do. Since it's only me and you on here, I'm going to show you what my sage and pray is. Because it says one person viewing. Okay, so I say, Dear God, dear Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, the Holy Spirit, Daddy, I love you. Jeremiah and Samantha, my spirit guides, my angels, and everybody else I know and love. Please come into these YouTube readings tonight. Me putting the sage on my power ring because I feel like when the ring is off, I'm not as psychic. So when the ring is on, I am ready to go. And then this little guy, my little sister got me, and I keep forgetting the name of it, but it attracts money, which is important in a business. So there we go. We're all done. Okay. I'm going to put this here. Take a sip of my juice, and then we'll start your question. Oh, that's a good question. Okay. All right, let me start the clock. So you asked, why did Kenny come into my life? Now, I remember kind of answering this in that long reading that I was talking about. And I remember saying that they put him there and that you would have a decision between Daniel and Kenny. Now, I keep going back and forth on what I feel about Kenny. So I'm not going to let my opinion, Crystal, give my opinion. I'm going to see what Spirit says, and that's it. Okay? So, what is the purpose of Kenny, specifically Kenny, though? Like, right? It's not that a guy came into your life. You want to know why he specifically. What was the purpose? All right, let's do this. I'm sorry I'm losing my voice, but I'm going to do the best I can. All right. So, Jeremiah and Samantha, please come into this question for Bianca. The question is, what is the reason / purpose that Kenny came into her life? Was it a spiritual thing? Was it why did he get placed in her life? All right, let's start pulling or shuffling. Okay. All right. Jeremiah and Samantha, please come into this question reading for Bianca. She wants to know, what is the purpose of Kenny coming into her life? Why did Kenny come into her life? Because I don't believe that Spirit does anything to hurt us. You know, trying to hold back my own feelings. That's Crystal. That is who she is. All right, but I'm gonna stay out of it. Let's see. Let me come into Bianca's life. What is the purpose of him coming in? Okay, so the first card that came out is the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is not a good mental space to be in. I feel this is your energy that before he came in, you were in the Nine of Swords energy, and I feel that now, again, you're in the Nine of Swords energy. The Nine of Swords is overthinking, worrying, having anxiety, having low vibrations and hard to sleep, things like that. I think that he came in because you were feeling right. You were feeling neglected and abandoned, I think, by Daniel. And because for 4 years, you just kind of sat back and waited for him. And I do think that they brought in someone who happens to be Kenny. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Who happens to be Kenny right now to show you that there are other options out there, that Dan is not the only person in the world that you could find love with, right? So I mean, they are saying you're gonna take a break, right? You're gonna take a break from, and you needed a break from Dan. So I think that you were hurt that Dan didn't even explain what happened with Elva to you. You were hurt that he then didn't like think about it. He didn't take his time to think about this. Instead of thinking like, "Oh wow, I've got this beautiful, amazing woman right in front of me." Instead, he decided to get online, right? So you mirrored him, you got online, and that's how you met him. So I think that spirit is telling me that you were at a point where you did not want, you were sick of being alone, you were sick of being lonely. Because you're not necessarily alone, you're always surrounded with either Dan or people from your work or your other friends. But I think they needed to show you another option. Now, do I think is he's the best option? No. But why specifically Kenny, please? Why specifically? Because they're saying like they needed you to get out like your emotions. Honestly, I think that this time you're going to take away for yourself is a very good thing. Um, I think you need to detach from Dan to be able to grieve. If 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 you truly believe him when he says, because I don't, I think he has feelings for you. But if you have to accept that he says we're not going to be together, I think that you need to lean in to your emotions, even if it makes you incredibly sad, because they want you to face your fears. And I still think there's a chance with you and Dan. I will not give up on that until I am told that. So I still think that there is an opportunity there, just not right now. So I think they wanted to detour you from Dan, and I think that they wanted to give you butterflies in your stomach, feeling like somebody, asks you how your day is, asks you, like, shows that they care about you, um, just to get to divide and detach a little bit from Dan so that I don't think you've grieved Dan. And I understand. Like, I still haven't fully grieved my dad passing, totally different, but I know how to compartmentalize and be very strong and tough on the outside. And I feel like you do that. And I feel like you do it in a different way. You always have a smile on your face. You're always happy. You're always loving and caring. And that is your guard. Believe it or not. Like, my guard is being very straightforward and direct and almost hurtful. And I'm realizing that now. So I think that your mask, so my mask is I'm tough and I don't cry and I don't care, but that's not true. I'm super sensitive on the inside. So I think that it's really good that you were like, you're kind of like, Dan, you didn't live up to my expectations. I was waiting for you for 4 freaking years to figure it out, and I don't think you fully grieved it. So they brought in somebody else who looks a lot like him, um, but you're more attracted to. And I think that they are just showing you that you are a kind, loving soul who deserves to be loved. And we all crave attention. We don't have to be attention whores to crave it. We need it. It soothes our soul. It feels good to us to have somebody tell us we're pretty, tell us we're intelligent, tell us we're funny. It feels good, especially from a brand new person. So I think right now they brought him in as a candidate, but not your only choice. Like before, I was seeing Dan on this side, Kenny on this side, and nobody else. Now I feel like it's still that way. I don't see anybody else in the background still. So I still think that there is room to figure out who Kenny is. And it's hard, and this is why I am so opinionated about it, is that I think you deserve to be. He doesn't have to wine and dine and spend a bunch of money. Like, I know that you're super, super, super um, down to earth, and that it doesn't take you much to be happy. Um, but I want you just to be I just want you to be able to, like, in these 2 weeks, do what you need to do about yourself and everything you voice texted me, because that's the most important. And I want you to, like, write on paper, what does Bianca need and desire from a relationship? And I want you to write down everything you feel you are deserving of, because you are. And then I want you to take a piece of paper and write down the pros and cons for Dan. And I want you to take a piece of paper as like homework during these 1 to 2 weeks, couple of weeks. I feel like it's going to be a couple of weeks. And another one for Kenny. And I want you to think of 3 non-negotiables. You might have to rewatch this video, okay? But I want you to think of 3 non-negotiables. So for instance, I know the time ran out, but I'm going to keep going while this is on my mind. Let's say for me, what would one of my non-negotiables be? Respect. I need somebody who respects me. I need somebody who accepts me. Um, and I do want to retract something I told you, because I thought about it. When I told you on the first date, don't wear black lipstick, don't wear Halloween type themed outfits, don't wear a bunch of crazy makeup. That was so wrong and foul of me, because that is who you are. You love Halloween. You love makeup. Those are things about you that the person who is going to come into your life needs to like and accept and actually adore. Because I realized Jeremiah actually put the mirror in front of my face and said, well, what if Bianca was a psychic and she told you that the guy that I'm talking, like, let's say I'm talking to a guy, a Kenny, right? And you're the psychic and I'm you. You get what I'm saying. Vice versa roles. And you tell me, don't mention that you're a psychic. Don't mention that you do tarot readings. Don't mention that you're into astrology and zodiacs because he won't like you if on the first day he meets you. He needs to find that out later down the road as he develops feelings. So I definitely got put in my place, Bianca. So I want you to hopefully meet this person so that you can have, I feel like until you meet him, you don't really know where it's going. You know what I mean? So, like, wear whatever you want, be yourself, talk how you talk. Do not change yourself for anybody. And it just like that made sense. Like, because I have a fear of like how many guys are going to think, like, oh, it's cool. My girlfriend's a psychic. Like, it's, I'm going to have to find a very caring, kind, non judgmental, very just cool, laid back guy. I know that. So I just think at the end of the day, right now, what you're dealing with is the devil, and the devil doesn't have to be toxic. These are your fears that you spoke about in your voice notes to me. So I think that you're doing what you should be doing. Start with you, and then when you figure out you, then figure out what you need. But yeah, I agree with that. You have to meet or you'll never know. I just need you to meet him so I can see, or you can see, not me, how he treats you, how he talks to you, what happens on that first night. Is it just going to be hanging out? And if it is, and you're fine with that, cool. But I got so annoyed with him for backing out yet again when you did nothing wrong. And I don't believe that he worked yesterday. I don't. I think it was a lie. And I think that he's insecure, but that doesn't make him a bad person. And he does. Yeah, I agree. He has things going on in his life as well. So I just think once you finally meet him in person and see how he treats you, then it's game on. You know what I mean? But you should really have three non negotiables. Like, if somebody wants to have kids, that should be a non negotiable, right? You shouldn't be talking to anybody that doesn't want kids if that's what you want. If you want to be married, that's a non negotiable. Like, whatever is most important to you. Okay, that was a long reading, but I hope overall you got what you needed out of that question. I do feel that he particularly was placed in your life for a reason. I just think it's to be determined based on once you meet him. It's like there are no answers right now. And I want him to make you a priority, you know? I love you too. Yeah, it's not that hard. That's what I don't get. Bianca, be honest with me. Do you think that he had to work yesterday? Or do you think he was mad that you said you had a work husband and he canceled? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. In these 2 weeks, you gotta, it's all about you. Then meeting him. You know what I mean? Of course. You prioritize yourself first. But he should never be like, yeah, we're going to hang out. And then, oh my God forbid, I said something that you took totally wrong. And then you don't text me that ever again. And then I had to text you the next night and say, are we still on for tomorrow? And then he responds at 1 o'clock in the morning with no, like, I have to work. You gotta, you know your own gut. So I just, I just think that he keeps finding reasons to put it off, and that's not fair to you. That's all. So yeah, prioritize yourself first. Yes. Yeah, see, with the Ace of Swords, this is what you need. Like, you need to look yourself in the mirror and you need to be truthful and honest um, with yourself. You need to ask yourself all of those questions. Yay! I'm ready for you. I just ended Bianca's question. So it's your turn, girl. I'm going to take a quick break. If you could send in payment and send me at least like one or two of your questions. My voice will be fine. It's been going out. I'm like, I want to meet him, but I'm scared to meet him. But you just got to meet him so that you could say, oh my God, he was so sweet. He was so nice. He was so this. And then it's like, okay, finally, we get the answers. Yes, Marissa. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. Do that, and I'll be right back. Bianca, can you just please write? Right. Yes, we have to look into that on Monday. Yes. And that'll give you time. Today's only Tuesday. That gives you almost a week to like ponder on your thoughts, get through some stuff, and then we'll do the reading on Monday. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Marissa, are you on here? If anybody wants to get a question, it's posted above. Go ahead and send it in to get on the list. Ooh, it's 555 where I'm at. That means changes are coming. Okay, so Marissa, you're here. Okay. So thank you, Jeremiah and Samantha, for Bianca's reading. We're going to move on to Marissa's questions. Her first question is going to be the usual. Pinks, guys, I'm glad you jumped on. It's been so long, my love. But I understand you were going through a lot of stuff. I didn't realize that I did not text you back. I've been thinking about you for weeks, and I'm like, well, I remember her saying something about her sister and your pets. And then I went to text you to say hi. I hope you're doing good. And then I saw that I didn't respond, but I'm wondering if you sent me that when I was online. I don't know. Pinks, guys, you should think of a question. Let's shake things up a bit. Try to get your mind on something happy. All right. I'm going to start Marissa's first question. Jeremiah and Samantha. The first question is what are Greg's energy and feelings, emotions towards Marissa at the moment, currently? Look, I have pink hair, pink skies, pink hair, all these pink hearts. You got to think of a question, girl. I need to read you tonight. I need to read you. All right, let's start, Marissa. I might not be watching the chat. If anybody new comes in, please, you're all my moderators, say something to them. I won't be able to multitask because I get way too manic when I'm overloaded or overwhelmed. Okay, thank you. Like the other night, I was like very skittish. Very skittish. Not that anything was bad, all the readings were great, but I've just learned with my memory and stuff, I just can't. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start pulling cards. All right, Greg, please come forward. Please be very clear. What are your current feelings, emotions, energy towards Marissa at the moment? Oh, but earlier, girl, oh, garlic fries, that sounds amazing. Oh my God. I literally listened to that song twice today. I listened to it all night that night. And then today I listened to it twice. All right. Come on. Give us a card. All right. 2. We got 2. See, he's singing it again. I did not do that. I haven't listened to it. I thought you said you listened to it and were dancing to it. Because I told you, I sent you the lyric video. What? I sent you the lyric video that night. And I said, I've been singing and dancing at 9:30 at night. Oh, but since then, no. Okay, but all of a sudden I'm sitting here, and as I'm talking to Greg, all of a sudden I start hearing it. It's going, and it's not me thinking of it. If I could turn back time. Okay. Ooh. And it's gonna make sense again. All right, here we go. God, he's kind of saying the same thing as last time. I'm gonna try to dig more. See, once again, he really wants you to reach out. But we're gonna stick to sorry, I'm gonna turn my phone on silent. We're gonna stick to his feelings for now. Oh yeah, that night, but not since I got it. Okay, so the first card is the Fool card, which is great. I love the Fool card. The Fool card is carefree. They don't care about anything else. They allow themselves to feel and experience the energy, their emotions, their feelings, and nothing is holding this person back. Nothing is holding Greg back from admitting what his feelings are. The next card is the Two of Cups. Once again, that's the soulmate card. So when he thinks of you, and and at this point, he's like, I don't give a, you know what I mean? I don't give a F if I should be thinking about her, if I shouldn't, if it's right, if it's wrong, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna think about her because she keeps coming through my mind. Okay, so I like that. The next card is the Ace of Cups, which is showing that he has not only residual feelings from when you guys were together, but he has current feelings, right? And the Knight of Wands comes next. That's what it feels. There you go. That's a good way to put it. And I was just watching Beverly Hills Housewives, who Erica Jane sings the song Zero Bucks. Zero, zero, zero bucks. Hilarious. You should watch it. But the Knight of Wands is expressing that there's this desire, there's this want, there's this need to talk to you again. There's this, he's still attracted to you. He's, yeah, it's like if you're not looking at it as a player card, because I'm not, it's the word want. Like, I want this back. I want how I felt in that relationship. But he is repeating what he said in the last reading, which is the Eight of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Nine of Wands to the King of Pentacles, which means he feels like you came in, playful and fun relationship. Yep. He feels like you came in and he got so excited. And then he felt like, and then she was gone. Like, she came in. He's literally saying she came in at a time where I didn't expect, and I didn't know that I needed Marissa in my life, right? I'm moving on in my life, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Hi, yes I am. You could send it for one and be after Marissa. Marissa has 3 questions though. But yes, Jen. Everybody say hi, Jen. Yeah, girl. I could text you if you don't want to watch. I could text you when it's your turn. It'll be about 25 minutes. Okay, let's see. And then the 3 of Swords to the 9. Oh, thank you, Pink Skies. Okay, Pink Skies is on as well. Pink Skies can get Jen go before you. Okay, so the 3 of Swords to the Nine of Wands means that you came in and in a blink, you were gone. And so it kind of hurt him. But he doesn't realize that it took a lot of guts on your side. Okay, so we'll do Marissa's, Jen, Pink Skies. Somebody, if you could start the list, please. Okay, so he kind of got hurt by that, but the fact is, hello, check your freaking. I always forget it. Check your freaking friend request and do something about it, or text her, Greg. But look at these cards. So this card is the Nine of Swords snap. The Nine of Wands is somebody who kind of gets their feelings hurt, kind of puts up a wall to not let you know that they're actually hurt by this. And then the King of Pentacles is showing like, ooh, I really thought that we were going to continue talking during my work hours and during hers, because he obviously thought you were texting him from your work phone. He's thinking you're at work. And then the last three cards are the Ace of Pentacles, which is an offer. This would be a text. To the 10 of, I got 42 seconds. Okay. To the 10 of Cups, to the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is you. Six of Cups is the ex-girlfriend. He's saying he would be jumping for joy, so happy if you reached out to him. I think if you get the guts, he wants to be in your presence. He wants to be in consistent contact with you. For whatever reason, the whole snap thing didn't work out. I think that he's feeling a little jaded. I'm going to finish my sentence. He's feeling a little bit jaded, and he's feeling a little bit. The Nine of Wands is somebody who then like protects themselves from rejection. And so I think he's scared to reach out to you because you didn't respond back. Because guys are just dumb. And like, I don't think he's put two and two together that like, you didn't really like that last text. And when he went ... and you still didn't reply, he thought, oh wow, I guess she's out. I guess that's all she wanted to say. But ever since you did that, what's good is it's making him chase you in his mind, right? And in his heart and in his soul. He's still chasing you. He's wanting to hear from you. I can assure you, and I think you're going to need time to think about this and process it, but I think you should reach out from the work number, just saying anything random, like, hey, how's it going? Whatever. I don't know. You're going to have to process it. You're going to have to think about it. I can already feel it. You're not 100% like, yeah, I'm going to do it. No, it's going to take you some time because here's the other thing that they're telling me. They're telling me that if you decide not to, that when he gets closer to ending things with her, he'll reach out to you. So if you want to wait, it might be longer than you would if you were to reach out, right? But if it makes you less nervous and you leave it on him, I assure you at some point you will hear from him. Okay, let's do your second question. We're going to go question to question to question. Unless I need a break. in between? Okay, I knew that would be your second question. All right, so we saw a lot the other night, but let's see what else. So Jeremiah and Samantha. Okay, let me see. Sorry. Okay, if you're not watching, I'll text you when it's your turn. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, can you add Bianca to the list, the end of the list? Okay, let's start. I know people are texting me and stuff. I'm not going to be able to read it while I'm doing a reading, but in between, I will try to get back to you guys. All right, so we're starting 10 minutes on the clock to be a fly on the wall. What's going on? Jeremiah and Samantha, let's refresh. Marissa's question is, let's be a fly on the wall as to what's going on between Greg and Emily. All right, what is going on? Okay, frustration. Him having a lot of frustration. So he said the word frustration, and then he shows me a symbol of him knocking his head into the wall. He's funny. Even when he's agitated, he's funny. I could see why you like him. I could see why you guys would get along because I know you so well. But it's pretty funny the things that he says. The song, now he's showing me like literally his whole head just banging it into the wall 3 times. Yeah, you're a much better match, I'll tell you that. Because you do have fun and you laugh and you enjoy the same things. And we said all that earlier the other day. But okay, let's see what's going on between Emily and Greg. What is going on in their relationship? Describe their relationship for us, Spirit. As of right now, describe their relationship. I knew this card would come out. You're both water signs. Is he a Pisces? Okay, so the 3 of Wands is waiting. And remember that 3 month, right? So it's 3, it's a 3. So it's 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. I think that he's aware that he made this time limit, okay? The Ace of Pentacles next to the 3 of Wands shows that at the end of these 3 months, they're either going to go through with the engagement or they're not. Okay? The Devil being next. This, Jen taught me this actually. The Pentacles are about time and they're about money. So when we're not talking about giving an offer of money, time, yes, because it's commitment. So the same thing, commitment. But she taught me to look at the circle as an engagement ring. Okay. And so these three cards tell a lot. They tell that they're still in the 3-month timeline, and that at the end of the 3-month timeline, he's going to decide that they're going to go through with it or not. But as of right now, the devil. The devil is the insecurities, the frustration, the arguments, the crying, the sensitivity, the he's literally like, I've just run out of ideas. I've run out of I've run out of ideas. She's not listening to a word I say. He is making it clear. He wants a confident woman, a stable, intelligent, confident ass woman. That is who he wants to commit to. And the Hierophant is about commitment, but it's also about vows, wedding vows. So she's the opposite of the Nine of Pentacles. And he wants to be with somebody. He's calling it what do you call it? Like, what do you call it? Oh my God. It was that couple that robbed the banks, and everybody calls it that. A something couple. Or like, we're going to be on top of the world couple, or whatever. So he's now looking at his options. Okay. I have a feeling Pink Sky is going to know exactly what word I'm trying to look for. Power couple, Bonnie and Clyde, thank you. But what do they call each other? Power couple? They call each other something. It's not power couple. Like we're gonna go to jail together, or we're gonna like fly off a cliff together. Okay, because I want him and need him to walk away because it's a repeat of his previous relationship. Not because I want him to walk away. Right. So he's really trying to go within. He is, if he does believe in a higher power, he is definitely asking for help on how to navigate this. Like your ride or die. Yeah, like ride or die. It's something else, though. I still haven't gotten it. Something in crime. It's something in crime. I know that. And so he's looking at like, what does he want? And he's finally like, he's notating it. Partner in crime. Thank you. That was what I've been trying to say the whole time. Partner in crime. Like and power couple. That is definitely being said. People that just go to their jobs, work, make money, come home, say, honey, how was your day? Decompress together, watch a movie, cook dinner, and cuddle, have sex, and go to bed. And on the weekends, take off to a concert. Like, that's what he just wants, a compatible, wow, he just said that word, a compatible partner. So I'm glad you said the word partner, because a compatible partner. He is getting very frustrated. He's having a very hard time communicating to her. She keeps telling him that he's being mean to her, and he's like constantly trying to pick up the pieces and make things okay. But like I said, he's like, I go to work all day. I like, thank God I have that time. Like, sorry to say it, but like, thank God I have that time alone. Like, very stressed, very frustrated, um, at the end of his wits. You know what I mean? Like, if he is showing me a vision of him pounding his head on the wall, it's like nothing is being changed. I see no growth. I see no change. I s- I'm too stressed, and I'm not gonna be happy. Like okay, so now he's showing me like him with, let's say, 5, 6 best friends that are supposed to be the groomsmen, and then he's showing me them at the Tux place, and he's like, if I can't be happy in that moment, getting my measurements done for my tux and all the other guys, and like taking shots together, going to the bar afterwards, and like celebrating. Like, if I can't see myself doing that, then I definitely can't see myself walking down the aisle. And he's struggling. So, not a lot is getting brought up specifically about her. It's a lot about it's mainly about how he feels, but I do feel he doesn't have much, like, there's so much pressure. It's a pressure cooker, and and they're not in a good place. He's not in a good place. Let's say that. And they're not in a good place. We'll leave it at that. Okay, what's your last question? Text me. Very stressed. Very overwhelmed because the mom, her mom, already wants to look for the wedding dress, already wants to pick out every bridesmaid. Um, the color scheme has taken her to see venues. I mean, it's already started, but I do see him saying, like, showing me a cross and showing me $100 bill, which means 100 cross. I'm not spending money right now, especially not a lot of money. If I don't even know. But it's almost a secret to the mom. I can tell you that. It's almost a secret to the mom, but Emily does go and cry to her mom and tell her everything that happens. So she's way too involved. I wouldn't, if as a mother, I wouldn't want my daughter to marry somebody if they aren't equally yoked. Like, if I could see plain as day that they are not, like, they're so different and they're gonna grow apart. If they get married, they're going to grow apart, and that's gonna be sad. And it's gonna end in divorce. And if they bring a child into this life, I just think he's smarter than that. I sense that right away the way she posts about everything, but didn't post about their engagement. Exactly. Okay, we're gonna do your last question. Okay, your last question is, if he could tell me anything right now, woo, what would he want to say? All right, Jeremiah and Samantha, I ask you to bring Greg's higher self forward. If there's anything that you would want to say to Marissa, what would it be? Yes. My phone's on silent. Yes. Just think of your other question, though, so we could go straight to it. Okay, Marissa's going to do one extra question. Sorry for anybody that is waiting, but I will text you if you're not on here when it is your turn. All right, so let's see. Woo, okay. What would you tell Marissa if you could? Like, if you could talk to her right now and you could get something off your chest, what would it be? Thank you, honey. I appreciate that a lot. Okay. Oh my God. I don't know when to stop. Stop. Okay. I'm going to stop here. There's a lot of cards. All right. So it starts with the Six of Swords, which talks about he really wants to move on from any, like, he doesn't know if you have any residual hurt or upset, residual emotions from when he basically couldn't wait and then the relationship ended because you needed more time. And he's saying, like, I want to tell her that I hope that we can move past how things ended. And he knows that he would have to win you back, not the other way around. He knows that it would be a challenge. Because at this point he doesn't know for a fact why you reached out. If you have any feelings at all, this is all just like questions in his mind, right? He has no idea that you're like, oh my God, don't marry her. Be with me. She's not right for you for so many reasons. I am. He doesn't know that. But it's good that he feels like he's going to need to chase you this time. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't know that you're like praying that you know he doesn't get married and does come back towards you. Um okay, so then he's saying if I could tell her anything, I would offer I would want to communicate, right? And then I would tell her I would want to, with the Chariot, move forward because I feel with the Lovers we still have a very big romantic connection. He would want to tell you that you made him happy your entire time of dating, whether that was talking at first, then seeing each other, then dating, then in a relationship. You know what I mean? It's like it's the younger generation, but not super young, right? Okay, and then the Emperor. The Emperor is saying that he would want to tell you that that if you could, wow, he goes, all she asked me for was time, more time, and I ended the relationship. Now I need to ask her for some more time to figure out what's going on with me and my relationship. And now I finally get it. He's like, in his head, I finally get it. She needed more time to deal with her divorce before she could, yes. So, yes, it's coming full circle. It's a 180, right? Not a 360. Oh, a 180. It's a complete change, right? Because 360 is coming right back to where you were. So 180 is the right terminology. A lot of people don't get that right, but I'm such a bitch. But the emperor is telling you, like, this time he will be the companion you need. He will be the partner you need. He will be the leader. He will, and he will be asking you graciously for some time for him to work out the details of ending this engagement. And and look at what you said. You said how the tables have turned. Well, he said with the world card, like, same thing, but like, look at how the world turns. But I know the right terminology is the tables have turned. But he's trying to say that with the world card, um, like he sees it now, he gets it now. Um, and then he would want to tell you that he still has feelings for you, that deep down he knows he still has love for you, and that he really wants to come in very quickly with communication, and not only communication, but like he's definitely going there with the want card, with the Knight of Wands, which is he's telling me if he had the opportunity to be single, when he's single, he would drive, or he would hop on a plane, or I don't know how you can get to you the fastest, but if that means he has to drive to you, okay. Just got hidden. Exactly. And I think that that's what he's saying. He's saying, like, I will travel as soon as you let me. Oh, only 3 hours. That's amazing. And he goes, don't get it twisted. Like, yes, I'm going to be all over you. Like, I'm going to, it's like in the movies, but it's legit. Like, when you see each other and say he's parked here and you're over here, you running to him and him running to you, and then he feels like he's a big enough guy, and don't take that the wrong way, to for you to jump and him like carry you, like lift you up. I don't know how tall he is. That's what I'm trying to say. And that he's saying like it's gonna look like I just want to be all over your body. See, he's tall, okay, and you're small, and so I see that he would just you would just jump. It like they're showing me the Bachelor and the Bachelorette, like when they see each other, and like some girls are tall and skinny, but not the guy's not able to pick them up. Like you're just shorter, and I don't know, it's just gonna work out. And he's like, I'm gonna be all over her as in body, but like don't let her forget the love is there. And all I want to do is just see each other, see if we still have the same chemistry, hang out, spend some time together, um, like spend a weekend together, and just see what we want to do from there. Okay. And that was perfect timing, 4 seconds. Okay, what's your last question? There we go. That was cute. That was really cute. A sweet question too. Did you send me your question? Okay, who is Larry to him? Who is Larry to Greg? His best friend. Got it. Okay. All right, Spirit, last question for Marissa for tonight is, has Greg spoken to Larry about him thinking about leaving Emily? And was Marissa brought up in that conversation? Good question. All right, let me take a drink. Grape juice. I love it. There's this other kind of buy. It's called tropical juice. Oh my God. All right. Please bring in Larry and Greg for right now. First, I'm going to ask a couple pendulum questions. Greg, have you recently spoken to your best friend Larry about your feelings about possibly ending your engagement to Emily? Okay, so it's a slow yes. So we'll have to dig. And I want to ask one more pendulum question. During the conversation that you recently had with Larry, Greg, about how you feel about your current relationship, did Marissa come up in that conversation with Larry? Ooh, it did. Okay, so those are both just regular yeses. Not too slow. Not too slow, not too fast. All right. I'm going to take a quick break when I'm done with this, since it was 4 questions. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do Jen, Pink Skies, and Bianca all at this in a row. Just letting you guys know. So after this, if somebody will post when I go on break, don't do it now, but when I go on break. Thank you. All right, let's see. Larry, talk to me. What did Greg expose? What has Greg exposed to you through conversation about his relationship with Emily? His engagement, whatever. The relationship. Well, first card out is the 4 of Wands, which they definitely talked about their relationship. That is giving us the, I can't think of the word right now, affirmation that yes, this was brought up. Oh, holy shit. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of cards really quick. So, second card. This is good for you. Don't get scared. It's not good for Emily. So the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. Okay? To the Judgment. So what I'm going to explain this. So he brought up to Larry their relationship isn't on great terms. No, I was like, oh shit for Emily. I'm happy for you. And I expected this, but it just came out so fast that I was like, wow. Like, damn, you didn't even make me work for this. Okay, so the 7 of Swords is usually about cheating when it's not about cheating, because there has not been any cheating in this relationship. It's about manipulation tactics. It's about fears, it's about lying, it's about betrayal. Okay? So I think what happened was he told Larry that he feels really bad that he thinks he is very close to his final decision about this relationship and thinking about ending it all, right? Because Larry goes, well, I asked him, are you just nervous? Because this can be nervous energy because it's about communication and all of these different components. He said, are you just nervous about getting married? Or like what is causing you to feel this way? Like he basically asked him, are you just going to stop the engagement and still date her and live with her? Or is this going to be like a final thing? And let's look at the next cards. The next cards kind of tell what Greg said back. So Greg said, like, I'm a little ashamed of myself because I knew I shouldn't have proposed when I did. At one point in our relationship, so I'm Greg talking to Larry. At one point in our relationship, like things were really good. They like started good. We had a lot of fun. She's a really sweet girl. But when I start thinking about the rest of my life, I have to really dig deep and I really have to be careful because my decision will affect Emily, her family, my family, and even myself. But and am I disappointed in myself that I should have waited? Yes. I think that I made a premature decision in asking her to marry me. I think that because I felt rushed, because I had moved to live near her family and her, he's taking accountability, which is something I like. This is why I like him for you because he's not just like, yeah, like she's crazy, she's crying all the time. He's not talking crap. He's like, this is the rest of my life, bro. Like I have to do what's best for me mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that, right? And spiritually and all of that. So he's feeling sad and disappointed that he's gonna have to let her down if he decides that. He said to Larry that he still has options and he still hasn't come to a complete decision, but he thinks that he's headed in that direction of not. And the two final cards for them is the lovers to the hermit. Like that means I'm going to leave her and I'm going to leave her by herself alone. And I'm going to be alone, but I'm going to be okay because I've been processing all of these feelings. So now we got 1 minute. Okay, shit. 1 minute to see if you got brought up. Oh, unless you want to send in 10 more dollars, and I'll do the minute plus five more minutes. Unless you're just good with it. Okay, so let me pause the 1 minute and change it to 6 minutes. Let me change this. Okay, yeah, just send 10 so that we could get 6 minutes on what they talked about you. What was brought up on you? I'm gonna start the clock, okay? All right. So Larry, I'm asking you, what did Greg bring up in that conversation about Marissa? So do you know Larry? Marissa, did Larry know you? Thank you, I got it. Thank you. No, it's okay. Does Larry know you? Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's what I was feeling. Okay, good. Okay, what was brought up about Marissa? Okay. Ooh. Oh, say what? Okay, so he definitely previously we would joke around and I'd call him Greg's boyfriend. That's funny. Okay, so look at these. Look, he has okay. They recently had this phone call about what I just explained. And then we're going to hear new information about you. But he did let him know, Greg let Larry know previously that you had texted him out of the blue. Okay? That's all he really knew. But Larry is saying, when I asked Greg, like, why he's not happy, blah, 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 I also said, really? That's funny. That's hilarious. He said, does this have anything to do with Marissa? Larry said that to Greg. And look at the cards. The King of Swords, which talks about communication. The Eight of Wands, which is the communication card, to you, the Scorpio. Okay? So that makes complete sense that because the King of Swords is direct. So this is Larry. Okay? Larry asking Greg, does this have anything to do with Marissa? And let's see what the answer was. Because I think that's how you got brought up. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. I know we got like 4 minutes. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, okay. So there's 3 cards and 3 cards. So I'm going to read the 3 that he's unsure, okay? So the 2 of Pentacles is somebody who's like undecided, doesn't know, hasn't made a complete decision. The 9 of Wands is somebody who is saying that because he's being protective of himself from getting hurt. And then the 9 of Swords, he's admitting that yes, that it does have something to do with you. But that he is going to base his decision 1000% based on their relationship. Greg said to Larry, if I end up with Marissa, it won't be me ending things with Emily for Marissa. It will be me doing what I should do for myself, ending the relationship, ending the engagement, making that decision. And whether we live together for a while, I will be single technically in my mind and should be in Emily's mind. And then that's when I would be open to these 3 cards. The Magician, to the 8 of Pentacles, to the 4 of Wands, which means he would want to work towards earning back a place in your life. And he thinks that you both have feelings for each other, that you have not been able to express. And so with the magician has every tool, right? He has the sword, the wand, the pentacle, and the cups. So the magician is like a planner. The magician is somebody who gets things done. So the magician working towards a relationship with you. Boom! So yeah, I mean, he feels a little guilty. Okay, he feels a little guilty for feeling this way, but he's also unsure. He he's unsure if you just came back in just to kind of say hey and then bye, or if there was a deeper meaning. But that's why I say if you decide not to text him, don't worry about it because he really needs this time to come to this decision based on their relationship, right? Like based on her not being right for him and vice versa. He's not right for her either. She needs somebody a little bit more sensitive, compassionate, a little bit less like manly. I and I think you can be manly and sensitive at the same time, but I think they're two really good hearted people, but I just don't think they're a match. I think you guys are a match. Wow, that was a wonderful night of your readings. Okay, can you please post that I'm going to take a 5 minute break? I'm going to come back. I'm doing Jen, my girl Pink Skies, and then Bianca, and I will text each one of them in case they're not watching. That's why I said I want him to leave her because he knows she's not the one and not because he wants me. Exactly. Because if he does that, you will never have to worry about that man ever leaving you for somebody else. He's a decent, he really is. Like, he is a decent human being, better than decent. All right. Okay. I love you. I'll be right back to do the other 3 questions. Thank you, Marissa, so much. Yeah, Jen. Thank you, Pink Skies. I love you, Krista. Okay, Pink Skies, have you thought of what your question's going to be? You'll go after Jen. Okay, I'll be 5 minutes. When you get time, text me your yes or no. This is first contact with you since you and I did your reading. Two minutes, guys. I'll be back. If you are an Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, I have funding this video. Why the applause, you may ask? The applause is because whether you knew it or not, you have just completed a cycle of transformation and evolution that has been underway since 2008. AKA, at one point in time, from 2024 to 2008, you had a harsh Pluto transit. And what harsh Pluto transits do is that they awaken you to a harsher experience of the world. You typically have to confront some deeper underlying truths about this experience, about yourself. It can be a time of facing your fears, confronting certain elements of your psyche. You could have had to let go of certain people, places, or even iterations of yourself. Now, why astrologers are not shutting up about this transit is because it is a big deal when Pluto changes signs, when it changes modalities. We will not have Pluto in the cardinal sign until 2068. So we're celebrating cardinal signs because you are off the hook in terms of having a harsh Pluto transit. And as we celebrate this and celebrate you, really commemorate how much you have grown and evolved since that point. And yes, Pluto transits make it clear that a lot can be taken from us, but at the end of the cycle, honor what has remained, which is your strength, which is your belief in yourself, which is your dedication to living your most empowered life. Celebrate that. If you are an Aries, Cancer. Okay. Is Jen here? Say I'm here if you're here. I'm going to sage to get rid of all the energies we've already done. Okay, Jen, that's why I told you send it. What? Undo move app. What? I don't know what's going on. 3 fingers. What does move app mean? Okay, sorry, something's going on with my phone. I already know exactly what he meant by that. So let's start. Okay, Jeremiah and Samantha, let's refresh. Thank you for I did Bianca, I did Marissa. Now I'm gonna do Jen. I'm not gonna say the question out loud, but I am going to answer freely. Yeah, I think you already know exactly what I'm going to say. It's not going to surprise you, but I am going to pull cards, pull the energy. Let me read your question to myself one more time, and then I will start the. All right, so I'm going to say this to myself, but I am going to say his name if that's okay. Is that okay if I just say his name? I won't say anything else. Well, he meant there you have it. Okay. He meant there you have it. All right. Not where you have it. There you have it. Okay. So, oh, maybe that was a typo you wrote. All right. Jeremiah and Samantha. The question is, all right. Start to time 10 minutes. Okay. All right, Thomas, come in. Tell us exactly why you did that, why you sent that. He came in so quickly when I was sitting there texting with you. It's not even funny. I asked him to come in as you were sending me the link. And what can I say? What a narcissist. What a mother freaking narcissist. Everything he texted you that day, he felt was said in that clip. Okay? He said that he had done his fair share of making change. And seeing that and catching that it was his sign, oh, he just was glorified with this. He felt like, there you have it. Yeah, exactly. Like, there you have it. It's exactly what I said in that text. And here, even astrologers agree with me that I'm the one that has made change, and therefore you haven't, which is BS. So let's pull some cards. He's trying to be a dick, and it's I hope it's not affecting you. I don't think it is. I feel like you're laughing at it because it's absolutely diabolical. What is the word I'm looking at? I hope you have a lighter energy now. That's so funny because I listened to it the whole way through. Let's pull some cards. Yep. Look at the first card. 5 of Wands. He he wants your attention, right? He's pissed that you haven't that you did not respond. So, what better way than to spend the last however many days scrolling the internet and bam, he finds one that he can use to his advantage to show that he is always right and that what he says and does is correct and that he has changed and nobody can tell him otherwise. Is on his high horse. He is feeling on top of the world, looking down at everybody. So I love that that's how you responded. It was great. Let's pull some more cards. What was your intention of sending that? Why? What are you thinking? Yeah, of course. So the King of Swords does not surprise me because he's being arrogant, he's being shallow, he's being narcissistic. Um, but he doesn't realize that you're like, okay, okay, like, okay, dude, cool, coolio. See, if Bianca can hear me, that's when you say, coolio, Julio, justice, Jen, justice. He thinks that he is so righteous in this. She'll watch this video and then she'll read my last text and she'll understand what I meant and she'll see that 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 Pluto is not going to be in. And now my daughter knows everything about astrology. I don't. So I'm going to be asking her about this tomorrow on her day off. But she knows everything about it. So whatever this whole Pluto thing is that has, is not going to be resurrected for another like 40 years. He's thinking now that he is enlightened and he is powerful and he is going to be living his life worth living, right? That fucking asshole. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that to make you mad. I am laughing when I say it. Because he wants you to respond so badly. He wants you to be upset so badly, and he's getting nothing from you. And it is infuriating to him. Good. I'm glad. You got to laugh at that. It's like, okay. I mean, good. I'm glad. And then, of course, the Eight of Wands, which is communication, but this is also about travel. So if you think about all of the planets in our astrology and the times we were born and all of that, right? All of the houses and all of the stuff that goes along with astrology would come through as like a traveling portal, if that makes sense. Um, he wanted it to affect you. Here you are, the star there. This is your card. That's you. To the lovers, because he still cares, because he still has feelings for you. And what he's doing is not working this time, right? Like, one thing I have to say is whether it's passive aggressive, narcissistic, nice, sweet, mean, as long as he's making contact, that means there's emotion behind it. That means he gives a fuck. Sorry. It means he cares, Jen. So, yes, am I talking shit about him? Yes, because he's doing stupid shit. But it shows me that he really, like, oh my God, the chills. Like, he really, when he said that 5 times, you never reached out to me thing, I'm not trying to say too much, it really affected him, right? But it's like, bro, there was no reason for me to come. That doesn't even make sense, y'all. Like, come on now. And so I think that even though the phone call ended and it wasn't mean, and then you sent the texts that were very nice and sweet and open and loving. And then he responded, remember where he got up at 4 o'clock in the morning? He is showing well, actually, he's not showing me that. Jeremiah is. That he took all that time to think about that, woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, sent it as early as he could to try to like rile you up, but you didn't take the bait, Jen. So this to me is actually progress. Him reaching out to you when you never responded and it's been what, like a week? No, it happened on what day was it? Friday? What day, Jen, was the day that he sent the text? Are you on here, Jen? Can't see. Jen, are you here? Jen. Okay, so then there's the Seven of Wands, right? Like, he feels like you are going no contact on him. And he's like, but I thought she wanted a relationship with me. He sent it on Friday. So we're already at what, Tuesday? So he sent it early morning on Friday. So he had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and all of today. 5 freaking days waiting to hear from you. He didn't hear from you. He finds this, like, I could see him, like, jumping up and down, almost like, this is the perfect thing. I can send her. But he's doing it out of, I think that it shows, I know it sounds crazy, even though he's not sending the right things, it shows he still cares. It shows that he's not gone, right? Desperation, that's a good word. Because this is how he's feeling. He's like, why is she not replying or not even texting me at all? And then if she wants a relationship with me, and then she's making me feel rejected when I was the one that supposedly rejected her. And it's like, no. So I love that you responded. I hope you have a lighter energy now. Because I think he meant that this is going around. So I know my daughter would know. So I'll get more information about that for you tomorrow on her day off. But yeah, he even said that he sent that text knowing that you were on your way to work or getting ready for work, and that you were the hangman and the four of wands, four swords, hangman and four swords, that you didn't reply automatically. He expected you to be like, now look here, blah, 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 blah. Like, you're going to say something about me, I'm going to go for you. You chose to be silent. And silence is deafening, right? Silence is not what you want when you want to talk to somebody. So the desperation makes so much sense. And he's hoping that you're going to rush in with with communication, which you did respond. But I don't know if you want, time ran out. If you want another 5 minutes to see, like, to spend 5 more minutes on what is he wanting from you, If you want to send in $10 more, we could do that. If you're satisfied with the answer, then we're cool. You let me know. Okay. Sounds good, Jen. Thank you. Just know that you're in the power position right now. And even though it's not like, oh, roses and butterflies and unicorns and angels, if he's contacting you at all, then you're on his mind, A, and B, it shows me it reeks of desperation and it reeks of I want her to communicate, even if it's us arguing. I need her to respond. So, okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna go straight into Pink Skies. Can Pink Skies, before I do yours, can you please close questions for the night? Jen, yeah, I think it's good you sent me the link, girl, because I do watch a lot of that stuff because I need to do those kind of videos. And so I just see that he saw that, saw that it said Libra was included, listened to it, and went, oh my God, perfect. Boom. And there you go, or whatever he said. Yeah, even if it's arguing. So stupid. He needs to just what he should have said was, I sent this because this makes me feel like I have a promise to a better future. Maybe I can let in love now. That's what he should have done. But it wasn't. It was based on his text and saying, see, I was right when I told you that I've done my work and all of that crap. Okay, Pink Skies, I'm going straight to you. Thank you, Jen. I'm going to text you tomorrow night or Thursday about Survivor Girl. Okay, I already know your question, Krista. Okay, what are A's thoughts, feelings for me currently? Thank you, Pink Skies, for putting list close. Let me start time. Jeremiah and Samantha, thank you so much for Jen's question and answer. We're going to move on to Pink Skies / Krista. Whatever I say, just know I'm talking about the same person. We want to know what is A's current feelings or energy towards her at the moment, currently. Okay, please come in, A. I'm saying his whole name in my head so that they know. Yeah, Jeremiah goes, I know who that is. All right. So A, please come forward. What are your current feelings, energy, emotions, thoughts towards Krista? Pink Skies. One more. Okay. What are your current feelings? Ooh, I like what I see in the pre-shuffle, I'll tell you that. You know, a question we never have asked, Pink Skies? We've never asked, are they going to break up? I don't think we've ever asked that. Not saying that you need to ask that, but just saying it just came to me right now. Maybe on another live, if you can't think of a question. We should look into that because they're not married, right? Okay. Okay. Have you guys um they are married. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't I you know what? Because Spirit came in and said like we should ask that and I'm like, "No, we're asking this question, but maybe next time." And then I asked you, you said they are married because I feel like it sucks because I feel like he's wasting a lot of his good years because I do see an ending. I've always seen an ending. I think you know that there's always been an ending. And so we don't really have to go there tonight, but um and an ending where I picture you two getting back together. I mean, I really do. Let's see what his current feelings are for you. There are. Have you been in contact lately? Something about contact, either not much contact or contact, and I am leaning against it. I'm wondering what's going on with your communication with him because it keeps getting told to me. Ask her about their communication. Is there any? Does his wife then know? Obviously, she knows about you if you're an ex-wife, right? I have so many cards, it's not even funny. Coolio Folio. He called me on my birthday and checked on me again a couple days later. So how long has that been? You're an Aquarius, my love. Aren't you an Aquarius? No, you're a Scorpio. Oh my god. I was like, that is a long ass time ago. The 11th of this month? Okay. Before that, was it less? He's the Aquarius. Okay. Before him reaching out, happy 11/11. Are you kidding? I remember getting so excited that day. 11/11, 2024. Ugh, because I love twos and fours. So it was like a big day to me. 11, 11 equals 2. 11 equals 2. So 2, 2. And then 2, 0 means nothing. 2, 4, right? All my numbers. Okay, so anyways, what are his current feelings? So let's just go into how he feels. Does he still have love for you? Yes. What I want to know is before, because they're saying something about communication, before he reached out on the 11th, on your birthday, was there a gap in contact? That's what I'm getting. Was there a gap? Like a few weeks. Let's say a few weeks. Not a long, long time, but some sort of a gap. Have you guys seen each other in person or talked about it? Because he's saying he wants to see you in person. He wants, okay, that's then, okay, now it all makes sense. Because they said ask about the communication. Because it's no contact, really, but there is contact. And I'm like, what? 2 months? Okay, so he's sitting here saying all the right things. I still love her. I want to spend time with her. I still think about our marriage. I still think about her every day. I want to see her in person. Um, the high priestess that his gut tells him that he made a very bad decision when he left you. I told him I missed him, and he said he needs to come. Am I a psychic or not? Is Jeremiah not freaking amazing? And Samantha, is Jeremiah not so amazing to give me this vessel, this portal to be able to see these things? Because These don't say what I just said. So you told him you missed him, and he said he needs to come visit. So, yes, that is, and he's going to. He's going to. So he is going to come visit. The Ten of Pentacles is about spending time together. The Four of Wands is about a relationship. It's also about marriage. It's also about home. Like going, ooh, did he call me out? You, oh, euthanize your cat. So you were crying about that? Did he call you on your birthday and you had to euthanize your cat that day? Okay, then this could be a lot of like, he has like this gut feeling that you need him. Okay. He feels, I'm so sorry, Krista. I'm so, so sorry. But you're an amazing cat mom, pet mom. She left you on your birthday. But maybe you could look at it in a different way. Maybe you could look at it as she's no longer hurting, she can walk, she can run, and every birthday you could think about her and memorialize her and celebrate her, you know? Okay, so it shows there's going to be more communication. And it does show that you guys had communication. Wow, with the temperance, which matches what you said. He he said kind words, whatever he could to make you feel better. You were crying, you were upset. It's your birthday. You've had this cat for 21 years. And so with the temperance, it shows that while you guys were communicating, he was trying to help you mend those scars, those the tragedy. It's a tragedy, you know? And then it says he's gonna reach out to you again, the Empress. So the Empress, what that tells me is he has so much respect for you. He thinks you're the most beautiful woman in the world. He put you on, what do you call it? On a pedestal. He says that he does have romantic feelings for you. And he feels bad that there was not communication. This is what was coming up earlier. The no contact for 2 months. I guess he was dealing with some conflicts. It could have been to do with work or marriage, okay? Or family. But something made him not reach out for 2 months, and it had nothing to do with you. I have two more cards. It had nothing to do with you for the reason why he didn't reach out. It shows that he was dealing with conflict. So it either had to do with his relationship, work, or family, or something. Like, and he kept you in his mind with the Fool card. You were always on his mind, and he was always like for the last 3 weeks, I'm like, I have to call the dentist tomorrow and make an appointment, right? And then tomorrow comes and I don't do it. And then it's 5 o'clock and I know they closed. And I'm like, damn it, I'll call tomorrow. And here it is 3 weeks later. And I still haven't done it. So it's like, please know that you were still always in the back of his mind. And he never like forgot about you and work. Okay, because they normally wouldn't say work and they kept telling me to say work. So what did you say? He has had to step in and take over for his boss while he's been out with an injury. Pink skies, want to see some magic right now with you saying that? So when I said he didn't have time to contact you, but you were still on his mind because of conflict and pressure. And when I said work, and then look what the last card is, a four of swords. A four of swords is a timeout of 0 to 4 weeks or more, but my timeline is 0 to 4 weeks. So I don't know if it's been like a month already. But this is exactly what you said. So issue with work caused him not to contact you, but with the full card, he was always thinking of you. But because he had to step up because his boss is on a time out from work right now with an injury. Boom! That was like a mic drop moment. That was a good reading. He cares so much about you. Oh my God. His, wow, okay. His words are, I'm not going to bring up the obvious, which would be the marriage, right? But nothing, I will never allow anything to divide me staying in Krista's life. Ever. Ever. I will never leave her. I left her. I left our marriage. I really probably just should have seen. Sorry, I'm closing my eyes because I'm having a psychic episode right this second. I left the marriage prematurely. I should have gotten into therapy. I should have maybe separated or talked my feelings out more rather than getting a divorce, because now I'm in a loveless marriage and I feel like I have to be in it. And I feel that my heart will always be with Krista, and I can feel that her heart is always going to be with me. And at some point in my life, I'm going to need to make a decision on if I want to spend the rest of my life having just an okay, mediocre relationship, or if I want to spend the rest of my years growing old with the love of my life. Wow. Wow. Sorry. Well, I have to close my eyes so I don't get distracted. Oh my God. Like, this is true love. True love. Not lust. It's he's like, what was the word he said? We will never be divided. And the reason he used the word divided was because he showed me a huge heart. And he said, it might be broken, but it'll always stay. And that the cracks we can work on. We can work on the cracks. But I'll always make sure to keep my side with her, and I know she'll keep her side with me. I know that's like a weird analogy, but that's how he's showing me it. Aw, he's showing me this huge heart. Not like just a little heart, it's huge. Looks like a giant balloon the way he's showing me. And he's like, if I could tell her one thing, it would be, I will never leave her alone. Like, not like that. That sounded a little scary. Like, I will never, ever, ever abandon her. If she needs me, I will be there. If I need her, she will be there. Okay, I love you, pink skies. I'm going to do Bianca's yes or no question, and then I am getting off. That was a beautiful reading. Okay, I'm going to tell Bianca It's her turn. I think she's just listening, and I forgot she was working. Okay, honey, you don't have to say anything as long as you're listening. I'm gonna start the clock. Your last question is, will you ever meet Kenny? Wasn't it deep? That's why I'm the best, man. Because I can really truly like get to the heart of these people if they allow it. So A is a very good man. And I think he wishes he would have done things differently with you. And I think you know that. I think you know that without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, Bianca's question. I love you, Pinks, guys. And happy belated birthday. We had Marissa, Bianca, and Krista, Pinks, guys, all Scorpios. So they all had their birthdays. And he's told you. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, there's real love there. I just don't understand. He doesn't have kids with the. I was going to say the bitch. I didn't mean to say that. Didn't mean to call her that. Team Scorpio. I love my Scorpio women, not Scorpio men. Never date a Scorpio man. Oh, dear God. Never. Mine ruined my life and almost murdered me. A murder suicide. I'll have to talk about that someday. Now that like it doesn't affect me because he's dead, um, I can easily speak about these torturous times in my life with no fear, you know? All right, here we go, Bianca. It's your turn. Will Kenny, Jeremiah and Samantha, will Kenny and Bianca ever meet in person? I'm going to start the 5 minutes. But I love my Scorpio women. There is no good one. Find me one. Find me one, not for myself, because I'll never do it. Find me a good one and prove to me he's a good one. Scorpios are narcissistic, scary ass people. They are lost souls. That's what they are. They are lost souls. And they will always put themselves before you. I guarantee it. Now, I'm going to start your time over, Bianca. Because I'm talking too much now. But yeah, find a good one. Prove to me he's a good one. And then maybe there's like 2% in the world. I'm such a bitch. They're very secretive, very manipulative, very narcissistic. Usually heavy drinkers, heavy drugs, lost souls, have nothing to lose and nothing to gain. I've never met a Scorpio man who would even hold a job. But I'm sure they're out there. Sorry, people. All right, I started Bianca's time. Here we go. Will Bianca and Kenny ever meet in person, Spirit? And I am going to use the pendulum. But I do feel that it's a yes. But I want to pull a few cards, probably 5 cards, and use the pendulum. I psychically am feeling that they will. But now I am getting a time frame. Scorpios have multiple symbols. So an evolved Scorpio would be like an eagle. Ooh, okay. An evolved, that's a good word. An evolved Scorpio would be like an eagle or a phoenix. I like that, but I still want day one. Okay. Okay. So here's you, Bianca. I know you can't watch, you're just listening. So I am going to say every card. The first card is you, the Scorpio, the death card. Okay. Will they ever meet in person? Will Kenny and Bianca ever meet in person? So I kept seeing 2 months, but I think 2 months from the day you started talking, not 2 months from now. Okay. Um, so if you've been talking, yeah, look. So the Eight of Wands to the Three of Cups shows that you guys will continue to communicate, and there will come a time where you guys get united, where you end up spending time in person. Um, but I keep seeing 2 months, and I think you've been talking for over a month. So that would be like 3 weeks ish. Any time in the next, okay, from the day that you met him to 2 months, it'll be any time in that time. Does that make sense? I know she can't answer. All right, let's see. Give me a yes or no cards. Will they meet? Okay, so you also, though, have the hangman, which means he keeps making excuses to cancel. The hangman is leaving you hang. Okay, it's actually good, though. He's leaving you hanging, but because this card shows you, you have to picture you hanging from the tree and you're just chilling. And the yellow that's around your face is being enlightened. Remember that word, being enlightened. If he's not, with the 10 of swords, not communicating with you as much as you'd like, or if he is getting upset at things you write, right? October 14th. So it would be, yeah, like another 3 weeks, which would be the longest. That's what I'm saying. Not in 3 weeks, but the longest then would be December 14th. But the hangman, you're enlightened, which means you're going to start doing what you told me you were going to be doing. Okay. In that voice note, working on yourself and all of the questions you have for yourself. That's going to be a time of enlightenment, so that if he doesn't turn out to be, to make a date, or if he keeps canceling, it's okay, because you're getting enlightened and you're going to be like, hey, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna take this from somebody. I'm not gonna get canceled on how many times now. So it does feel like it's a yes. It just feels like you're almost gonna have to work hard at it to happen. Okay, your timer went off. I want to use the pendulum. Okay, Jeremiah and Samantha, do you think that Kenny and Bianca will ever meet in person? Okay, so they do think you will meet. It is a yes. But I just want to show you the last card is the Justice. Okay? The Justice card means whether you choose, because I want you to take your power back. Because the one card I didn't show you is because I didn't want to say anything negative, but it's the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is somebody who you think you can trust, who you think really cares about you, and then you soften and you get vulnerable and you walk up to that person and you say, like, yeah, I do like you, and things like that. And he doesn't know how to deal with that. So he resorts to the Five of Swords energy. So the Five of Swords, I'm not saying this is Kenny, I'm just saying this is what the Five of Swords means. There's three people in the picture, and the one person has five swords. There's two friends of his that walk up towards him, even with five swords, because they trust him, they believe him, and they don't think they need to be worried that he's going to stab them, right? But as soon as they walk up and he's got a smile on his face with those five swords, he stabs each one of them in the heart instead of the chest, or sorry, instead of the back. And you see them walking off bleeding, and he's holding three swords still and like making a smirk. So I'm not saying this is what he's gonna do. I'm saying that while he is postponing meeting, just watch out for those kind of signs. Not that he would stab you in the heart, but it's just the definition of the card. It just means, darn it, like I really thought I was going to meet you yesterday, and then you canceled on me again. Like I keep getting let down. And so the one good thing that's going to come out of it is that I think that you will meet, and when you do meet, you'll have more power. You'll be the one making the decision on like if this is going to go anywhere. It will no longer be in his hands. And the only reason he makes it be in his hands is he's insecure. And I do agree with you that he is going through what you told me he was going through, and you could relate and you have that in common. And maybe he's just having a hard time with it. Two cancels in month. I believe this is the third cancel. Is that right, Bianca? I don't know if Bianca can write because she's at work. That was the end of the question, but they were supposed to hang out yesterday. He canceled. The first time they were supposed to hang out, he canceled. And I'm pretty sure another time he canceled. I know. This is what I want Bianca to take time to reflect, because I would have been like, you get one chance and you get one chance only. Me, especially not dating for 5.5 years, ain't nobody getting no chances. Like in the future, a year from now, you canceled on him one. Good for you. Good for you, Bianca. Okay, you guys, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Thank you for tonight. I had a great time. I love being online with my girlies. Is this? Yep. See, Bianca, it's not just me. Not just me. I don't know if you could read this, but Pink Skies put B. Kick him to the curb, LOL. And then she put, is this guy from a dating app? So it's not just me, my love. He is from a dating app, and I don't think he's good enough for Bianca. That's all I'll say. Too many people waste your time on those. It's because guys that are on dating apps are talking to so many different women. It's not even funny. But there are times where you meet the love of your life. So I would never do it ever again. Go online to date. Um, but I understand you want to see where it can go. You at least want to meet him to see how you feel. So I'll respect that. Okay, good night, guys. Love you. Have a good night.